I don't think I've ever seen Ariel's outfit.
Was it Kelly?
No, it was Kyra.
Oh, yes, Kyra.
But I don't think I'd ever seen... I didn't realise that Ariel's outfit, because obviously she can't be a mermaid walking around the palace.
What is she walking around?
She's walking around. It's her end, like her wedding dress vibe.
Oh,
and she has the feet.
I was going to ask, was it Angela's Captain Hook top?
Oh my God, my mom, right, looks great in it. My mom has been wearing, like, I can only explain it as Eric from The Little Mermaid's like tunic.
That's a very good description of it.
Yeah, it's been...
Yeah. It's like an undergarment that, like, in the castle they'd wear before they got into a dress.
Yes.
Like
it
pajamas.
It's glam.
But it's not pajamas.
It's lovely, but it's just, it felt very pirate-esque. Yeah. And she was wearing it with like cut-off trousers that were like, she just looked very pirate-esque.
Yeah, it was very
She was
funny.
just missing a cummerbund. A cummerbund
and an eye
patch. But she looked glam. She pulled off the look very well.
She did. I really enjoyed that. That was very funny.
That was very funny. We're
back
from holidays.
Did you see
And
what I
also,
did?
can I just say, how amazing are we? Because we have been on holidays.
We're amazing.
We've been away. And yet, we are still knocking this podcast out.
We are committed to the cause.
We're committed to the cause.
Committed
Updates
to your
coming,
ears.
though. Updates coming.
Oh, yeah.
Updates coming. We're going to have stunning visual trailers back
Will we?
soon. That's a goal.
Okay. I'm
That's
enjoying
all.
it with it.
I know. We're sitting here like
just
absolute
so
slobs.
easy.
The only audio is really lovely.
Yeah,
it's a
it's
really
very
nice
easy.
way to do it.
Yeah, it is.
It's much easier for us to crack on and do. But yes, we were away in Portugal.
We were in Portugal now, but we'll talk about that and we'll deep dive into that. But also, did you like what I did yesterday? What did I do yesterday?
Scanning my brain. You painted a wall.
Exactly. I came home, no messing. I seen that sun out and
There was a bit of messing.
I was there.
Do you talk about the fact that the thing didn't work,
No, it did. No, it absolutely did work.
but you didn't use it?
I used it for a little bit and then I was like, this is going to take too long. And I talked about that in my reel. You didn't watch my reel?
I didn't watch it in full.
How
I've been
dare
very
you.
busy. Have I had a second since
No, you
you
haven't.
posted
You've
it?
been very... in fairness, Mark was working. I think you got home at 11 o'clock last night. Do you know what I had? A chipper.
You did not tell me that. You had a secret takeaway.
Chipper. Yeah.
You are so bold.
Anyway, so I came home and the sun was shining. So I was like, this is optimal drying time for a wall. So no time like the present. I went and I painted the wall. It's just its initial coat. Freshly plastered wall needs to be painted just so that it wouldn't eat the colour that we find and decide on.
Amazing.
But I tried a spray gun that I had picked up in Aldi, which I think there's two things when they don't work for people is you don't get the consistency of the paint right. And I don't think it's also good for a big job.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like you were trying to do a wall there.
Yeah, like I think that would work really well on
Small item.
like a bedside locker or something.
Okay.
Really even coats.
So what do you mean by get the consistency of the paint right?
So paint, you can't just put paint straight into it.
Oh.
Because it's too thick, it won't spray it. So you have to do a mix of water and paint. And then if you've got an oil paint, it has to be something. But anyway, masonry paint was water. And
That is so stupid now.
70% paint and 30% water.
That's stupid.
To allow it to flow out.
Then you're not going to get the coverage in the paint. It's just going to take you longer, right?
Yeah.
It's like diluting foundation. Same thing.
But if you want a really even coat, that's what you would do. Spray like finish.
But you probably have to do 100 coats to get the colour.
You would have to do... No, you'd have to do like 3.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Or 2. Well, usually 2 coats anyway.
No.
But the only problem is it only takes 700 mil of paint. So you just, unless you do a big batch, you just have to keep topping it up. And yesterday I had 30 minutes window. Get this done.
Yeah, I was like,
But it
like, oh,
works.
do you think it's going to work? And Paul was like, yeah. And then next thing I knew, the roller was out.
Yeah, but it does absolutely work. But like, it's just not for a job that size.
I thought the whole idea of having a spray thing for paint was that it would make it quicker and easier, though.
It didn't.
It did not.
No.
It
Finish.
did not.
I do that for a finish.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on you in a very weird...
She's just glad we're home.
she's very
She
glad
missed
we're
us. She missed us so much. Anyway, should we get into this pod?
Sorry. Yeah, let's do it.
Right, let's do it. Welcome back to the Glow Home with myself, Mark Rogers, and my husband,
Paul Rogers.
Yeah, it doesn't get old. You screwed up. You've been giving out to me.
We were away, and I did it well in some places, and in some, it just takes consistency.
Yeah, Paul keeps giving out to me because I sometimes keep saying Paul Kinsella, because obviously that has been what I've called him for all of our time together.
15 years.
But Paul was given out to me for calling him Paul Kinsella. You actually booked a load of things in Paul Kinsella.
So some things were, as we seen by the night before, some things
the panic
were booked in my maiden name. Oh, and I had, in fairness, we have 3 flights to Faro. I updated 2 out of the 3. I just didn't update.
But can I also say you lied to me
on.
and said that you had updated it?
Because I thought I did.
No, because you couldn't just say,
and it was
I'm after messing up. Paul didn't say, I'm after messing
girls,
up. I didn't change this one.
You hold steady, girls. You hold steady.
And I was just like,
and I
noticed
fixed it.
You did fix it.
In
and
fairness, Aer Lingus staff.
Well done. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Anyway, we went to Carvoeiro.
I have a goal for this year.
Oh.
My goal for this year is we are going to move up a tier I'm going to work out how and move up a tier on our Aer Lingus thing.
Once it does a +1, because as I said to you, I'm earning Avios points to beat the band. But
no, you are.
not.
Actually, you need to show me how to do that.
You just connect all your cards.
Through the Avios app?
Yes.
Okay. I
Very
need to do that.
easy.
I was actually with Sophie
Uber,
Murray today, who does it all the time. I should have checked with her.
Disney, I think your Disney membership gets you points. And then also on Revolut, very good. You can actually, it builds points every time you spend something, and if you buy them on certain websites, you get more points, and you move those points straight over to your Avios.
Gorgeous, love that.
Like for like, very good.
Did you ever spend your Avios points?
No, I like to build them.
To what point?
30,000 points they're built.
Well done, that's very good. I think I have like 6,000, but
yeah, 30,000 points.
Don't know where they've
do you
come
know
from.
what that dream is for?
What?
Business class.
Okay, keep
Flights
dreaming.
to Mexico.
Dreaming. How many thousands of Avios points would you need for that?
Yeah, you need a few. I think that would take about 500 quid off, which is decent if we want a little
bad
business
at
flight,
all.
You know?
So sorry, we were in Portugal. Was the glamour? There was actually on that flight the business class flights at the front.
Yeah. But you don't get the business class.
Oh my God, Paul, shut up. Stop saying that.
But you get the
it's
seat.
just for the seat.
Yeah.
It's for the relax. But anyway, that flight we actually couldn't even sit with each other on the way over.
It was actually awful. And I don't know why. I know why I didn't. Yeah, because my name is Scandalo. Anyway, it's fixed for the next 3 flights, so we're fine.
We are fine. We had a lovely little trip.
What baffles me, we get to the airport and people are going on like they've never been on a flight in their life.
We actually ran into a friend of ours at check-in, and I was like, is it just me? And she said so clearly, she's like, Mark, it's like it's everyone's first day on earth today.
Awful.
Like, honestly, I was like, people, do we not know how to operate in an airport at this stage? Do we not understand? Have your bags ready, bring it to the check-in,
take your
print
belt
your tag.
off, take off your watch.
But it's not even that, the check-in part even alone. Everyone was like looking at those machines. There was a couple with like 10 bags, and they just kept placing different bags on and taking them off again. And I'm like, guys, it is very clear you cannot work this situation. Go to the queue over there with the woman, because that's what you need. And then leave this queue for the efficient people who know what they're doing, who can throw their bag on, get the tag on, get it scanned, and get it over to thing in like minutes.
Good God, girl, get a grip.
Good God, girl, get a grip.
Now, I will say we made a rookie mistake going out on Easter Friday. It was wild in that airport.
We should have went on Thursday.
Anyway, look, hindsight, we've learned 2 things on our travels. We go on a Thursday and we always book a 20 kg.
We did do the lounge, which was lovely.
Oh, I just love the lounge.
But we were in that weird place in the airport where they make you get on the feckin' bus.
Yeah, get on the bus.
Like, so annoying. Anyway, Portugal was amazing. Brief overview of what we did. Day 1, we arrived quite early because we were on a 7:30 a.m. flight. So we arrived there by we were at the hotel by 11.
Yeah.
And then we gave them our bags. Our room wasn't ready. We went and did, which I'm so proud of us, because usually we would probably be a little bit
reluctant. I would be reluctant. I'd be like,
things.
I just want to sit here and do nothing.
Yeah. So what we actually did was day 1, because our room wasn't ready, there was no way for us to chill really unless we stayed at the hotel on the balcony, which was beautiful. But we were suggested a place to go and try. That was like a 10-minute car journey away. It's a vineyard. It's actually our friend's wedding venue for June. And she recommended we go do their like tasting menu. It was so much fun.
It
so
was
good.
great crack. It was 60 quid, 50 quid, 60 quid. You got a 3-course meal. And in fairness, we probably got about 6 glasses of wine.
It was really good. We were very happy. We got a tour of the vineyard. It was just something different.
And a nice 10-minute tour. Not like this is what we do. This is where we distill. This was in and out. You tick the box, you see in a vineyard. Happy days.
Yeah, great job.
Now, one thing I will complain to the board of...
Vineyards.
No, Carvoeiro.
Carvoeiro, yeah.
A lot of Americans. You were letting a lot of Americans in there.
There's a lot of Americans.
No, because
we're going to get to this.
Loud Americans.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Like, we just checked in and...
Nothing against Americans, but just a certain type of American.
And also, this is like, you walk in, it's a white hotel on a cliff. So you can imagine it's looking nice.
It's a beautiful hotel.
And this family, we're letting these two... Ethan was one of the kids. And with Ethan, you think a nice, respectable name. You know, Ethan's going to be good. Mm-hmm. Ethan was a prick.
Yeah, Ethan was a little shit.
Ethan was running around the place, kicking a ball against, like there's glass everywhere. He pulled a full floor lamp down onto, I can't remember the other kids' names, head. And it wasn't until then that the parents intervened. And it was wild.
It was wild.
Ethan didn't give a flying fuck.
No, he didn't. But there's a few things that we've missed here. A few things that we need to go back to.
Okay.
So one, we arrived there. A few things to note. Pharaoh. Not Pharaoh. Pharaoh is from Joe Spinner's Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So Pharaoh Airport, when you arrive, absolute pandemonium.
Oh,
all of the passport control
bedlam
is a disaster. So like we were a good 40 minutes in passport control until we got to the European queue.
So essentially you come off the flight and every flight merges, so they don't give a fuck where you're from. The only good thing was we were on the outside of the queue, and then they made a queue for European because the majority of that queue was English.
There was a lot of English there, and I felt sorry for them because they were in the endless queue. There was no escape. No escape.
And the police mean business there. They got handcuffs and everything.
I was kind of afraid of them a little bit.
Turned on.
And then obviously, okay, Paul. And then what I did find quite interesting was you got out, baggage claim all happened very quickly because obviously the bags were there before we were because the passport control took so long. And then we go out and Paul has organised a transfer for us, right? Now he was a very handsome man actually arrived.
He was very tall, wasn't he?
Very tall, handsome man was our transfer. Looked very professional. And I was like, oh, well done, Paul. Lovely transfer booked. We arrive out and the car that he is transferring us with our bags is like, what is it? A Polo?
Yeah, it was
Volkswagen
like
Polo.
Volkswagen Polo.
Right? Not even a Golf, a Volkswagen Polo, right? Yeah. And
very clean now.
It was very clean, but it felt like we were getting into like a student's car.
Yeah.
Because he was a bit younger.
And do you know what? I used booking.com for the first time. I normally use Sun Transfers, and that's a tip if anyone is going to Spain or anywhere. I always use Sun Transfers and they always do great. Now, this was booking.com and this is what we got.
It was absolutely, like, the car was fine as we got there. Who cares?
But like, it was just a bit surprising. I don't know what was going on in that.
We would not have been able to get 220 kgs in his car. One of the 20 kgs would have had to go in the back with us.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been.
And like our legs were up. Good. Like it was it expensive?
40 quid.
Yeah, it was very funny. But I did feel like I was getting into like my little cousin's like student car. Like I was like, oh my God.
Now, I will also say this is a PSA.
Okay.
Parents, take your kids away from the fucking baggage claim. Take them away.
You are really angry with the kids. It
really annoys me. No, it annoys me. They can't lift a case that's 20 kg. Get them out of the way because they're going to be taken out by a case. And then they start touching things and then they start pushing in front of you. And I'm like, just
sitting on the belt.
One parent, take the kids and keep them there. And the other parent, go and get the bags.
Yeah.
We have to be really objective with these things. Like, I think we'd be very good if we were parents because you have to have a task. Everyone has to have a role. And obviously leave the kids with the husband. You just pick up those cases yourself because they'll
should that be the other way around?
Yeah, it should be, but the kids will probably be screaming. There's more work there with the
Yeah.
kids.
I mean, I agree.
Do you know?
I agree.
If you're clever, you bring them to a vending machine. Job done.
Yeah, well, this is very true.
Yeah.
So yes, we had a lot of wild like things with regards to like getting to the hotel, but we had a lovely day at the wine tasting, which was beautiful. Sorry, what does this mean?
Sorry. So we were sitting at the table.
Sorry, Paul has written something in notes and I'm like, this is very concerning.
Australians.
Yeah.
And one of them was a teacher in her former life.
Oh my God,
and
are we allowed to say this?
Well, yeah, she's not going to listen to the pod, is she?
But they follow us now on social media.
They follow you.
Anyway, overall though, it was just lovely. We had a gorgeous, like, lovely little wine tasting day. We then went back, had some drinks on the balcony, and then we went out for dinner that night. Our friend we went to Donna Maria that night.
Yeah.
And then the next day we did a 2-hour hike.
We did. I really enjoyed that. I just wasn't wearing the right shoes.
You were not wearing the right shoes, but
I
that's
needed a nice foamy pair like you.
Yeah. And then we just went for dinner that night, again in a gorgeous restaurant. Our friend Siobhan is like the queen of having like restaurant recommendations for every place you could ever go to in the world. Even places she hasn't been, she has restaurant recommendations for. But our dinner was slightly ruined that night because of a really rowdy group, like literally sitting. This was like the classiest, most loveliest.
It was a lovely restaurant.
Lovely restaurant. And there was a group of 4 people who were drunk, loudmouths, like absolutely. They were disturbing the whole restaurant.
One of them got up and did a slut drop.
Yeah.
And then her fiance or fella got up and did one as well.
Like in the middle of dinner, in the middle of a very, very nice restaurant, very chill,
also,
super like minimal vibes, like
it was
gorgeous.
7:30. It wasn't even like the wheels have come off.
No, they were so loud and obnoxious and had no awareness of anyone else in the restaurant, and I hate that.
It actually ruined. Like we had a lovely starter, and didn't make.
We couldn't get out of there quick enough. Now
we could not get out of there quick enough. It was actually just
gross.
Yeah,
gross. But we got out of there, and then what did we do that night?
We did nothing. We went back to bed and we watched Love Story in bed.
We did. God, we're so old.
But do you know what? Sometimes it's just nice to have those nights.
Gorgeous.
Like we got an ice cream. We walked up. We
got an ice cream.
We had a bottle of wine we bought from the villa. So we had a little glassy of
vineyard,
wine watching Love Story and just had a lovely, lovely day.
Like,
and then on the Sunday, we had
pool day.
Oh my guys, it was 23 degrees. I felt like I was in Spain. Now I know Portugal is beside Spain, but like it was proper warm. Now the only not downside, but because it was on a cliff edge, it was a little bit windy, but it was actually fine.
It was gorgeous, glorious. I finished one book, got knee deep into a new book, which I'm really excited for. I'm really enjoying Binding 13, Chloe Walsh. It's very, very good.
We also discovered Mark is now drinking.
Oh, yes.
White sangria, people.
White sangria, which was great news for Paul because Paul loves sangria on holidays and I usually will not drink it, but I did drink the white sangria, which was lovely. And I found it refreshing.
We had,
bit too sweet though. Couldn't drink too much of it.
One jug is enough.
One jug was enough.
We also have nice chats and we came up with my new business venture if I was to live out in Portugal. Remember what this business venture was?
I don't have many sangrias that I had.
We had a few. So it's a shop that you might come to drink and spill the tea in.
A coffee shop.
It's actually called the 3C.
Oh, cocktails, coffee, and cunts.
Yeah. We need to trademark that. Cocktails, coffees, and cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not cunt, cunts.
Oh, cunts and cunts.
Yeah. Just to be really clear. Yeah. So it's like
I'm there for that.
Coffee during the day, wine at night, and just a good bitch all round.
Or a cocktail, a little cocky.
Cocktails, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Cocktails, coffee, sorry.
We won't discriminate against wine drinkers.
No, we won't.
But absolutely no to the beer.
No, beer people
we'll
not
have a bottle of beer for you that hasn't been touched and full of dust.
So yeah, that was our little adventure, and then we came home early on Monday, and then Paul got straight into DIYing and I had to go straight to work.
Yeah, you did.
But listen, it is what it is.
Now, on our way over, we seen a little story on social media.
Sorry. So I'm sure people have seen this. Both Ava and Bev O'Donoghue have spoken about. They went on a trip to Brazil. It seems like, I'm trying to get my head around it, but it seems like they were on a press trip. So like, first of all, as a pure, I would be, this is my worst nightmare for something happen. But also, this is so terrible. And I didn't realize, I actually hadn't heard all the lore about Brazil and it like being dangerous on the streets.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know about this. So apparently it's very dangerous.
And the Caribbean.
Absolutely terrible. Bev was like attacked. They tried to take her jewellery and the girls were telling the story and it's like, it's just horrific. It's terrible. But when I say, now I just want to put in context, like Bev says in anything, like this isn't the thing to do. Like how she reacted isn't how you should react. Don't take any advice from on it. But when I say I have put Bev now on iconic status, like I just think the way she reacted is so iconic. Don't do it. Don't do it. But basically, she's telling the story about how basically he goes up and he grabs her neck because he's trying to get her necklace, right? And she starts screaming at him,
Well, she doesn't know. She's surprised. She's shook.
Well, she's holding a giant orange Stanley Cup. So she hits him on the head with the Stanley Cup, right? So then he like runs off, right? With her necklace in hand. He's broken her necklace and has taken it. So what does she do? She runs after him.
Get him.
And
get him, Bev.
The Stanley Cup at him again and hits the back of his head with the Stanley Cup, but continues to scream and follow him and run him down. And when I say, like, obviously, this is a very serious matter, it is terrible, but I honestly was like, Bev is giving me such iconic status energy in this whole situation. I'm just like, you are a queen. Yeah. Like, yes, get him with the Stanley.
I don't think
she's like, she's a Gen Z. So of course her Gen Z weapon is a Stanley Cup. Like, it's just so good.
But I walked to the gym with my, what's that? Yeti.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if anyone was to come near me, this would
beat
fucking
the shit
take
out
you
of them.
out. Like,
yeah, you could.
So I feel quite empowered walking with it.
I'm telling you, Bev O'Donoghue, you are a complete icon. So terrible what happened to you, and very sad that you're. Oh, but they also, they arrested the man. So the cops got him and all, right? And then they put her in a car to like take a statement or whatever. And it wasn't until after that she realized that he was in the same car as her.
Oh fuck, I die now.
She was like, oh, but yeah. So
who knew? For hydration and for
here you go. A hydration and a weapon.
And a weapon.
Self-defense weapon.
Multi-purpose. Buy one now.
They should do an ad with Bev now with Stanley's being like more than just a water bottle.
Yeah. It's an
actual self-defense.
Self-defense
piece. But yeah. So I really do think I'm actually going to contact her management and just say they need to contact Stanley to do an ad with her immediately. Because I just think it is so good. But yeah, that was our trip away. That was our travel. It was brilliant.
Only 27 days till our next one.
Anything else happened last week that we need to tell people about?
Anything else happened last week?
Not really. There is something else that has happened, but we're going to talk about it later on at the very end. But not that thing. Not that thing.
Can't talk about that.
But basically, I think it's time that we get into our glow up or blow up.
Glow up or blow up. Let's do it.
Okay, so as you know, we have been traveling. So we thought, again, we'd do another themed glow up or blow up. So this week we are doing a hotel themed glow up or blow up because we love a good hotel.
I love a good hotel.
So we're going to talk about things that we either love or hate in a hotel. Polly, where are we starting?
Hotel or hotel adjacent. Let's start in the bedroom.
Well, there's a hotel room. That's what it is.
So, bed runners. Glow it up or blow it up?
So, controversially, I think you should blow them up because I think some bed runners can't be washed all the time. And I'm always worried about cushions in hotels and runners because I think people have had sex on them.
You are 1,000. Do you think those throws or cushions have ever been washed? Never. You could crack that in half like a blanket, I'd say. It is riddled.
People who work in the hotel business, please tell us what is procedure with these types of things. Cushions and like, do you spray them down?
I'd say they do a little anti spray, but nothing getting through that now, I can tell you. And I did, when I talked about hotels a while ago on Instagram, some hotel staff were saying the best thing to do is actually strip the bed for them if you're leaving the room. Some people make up the bed. I would have made up beds, but actually they're saying the best thing to do is if you wanted to
I can
strip
tell
the
you
bed.
now.
And no, I know you would never do it.
I will not be stripping a bed.
You would
before I
never
leave
do
it.
it.
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances.
So we are absolutely blowing up
bed runners and cushions.
Yeah.
Just a
Think
nice,
about them.
just some clean linen on the beds.
really
That's all I want.
crisp. Really crisp.
So we
Bed
did have an issue with the hotel.
I know.
So they gave us a twin room instead of a double room, right? We booked a double room. They gave us a twin room. We're gay, but we do actually sleep together, guys. Okay.
But I don't understand. Like I booked a double room with a sea view.
Yes.
We didn't really have a sea view either, but I wasn't complaining.
But basically I went back. I was like, oh, you're after giving us a twin room. And she was like, oh yes, it's either a twin or a double. We can't confirm which you'll get. I'm like, sorry, what? I was like, we booked a double. We're a married couple. We sleep in the same bed. You can't just be like, oh, it's 50-50. You might get this, you might get the other. She's like, we didn't know you'd requested a double. I was like, it's on our booking.
Our booking says double.
Anyway, it's a bit of a hoorah. Anyway, they ended up just shoving our beds together.
But also, like, and not only, they didn't just shove the beds together. They had like
both duvets running over each other.
No, well, yeah, they had the duvets running over, but they had a mattress like topper that was a double bed mattress topper. So there was no break. Do you know the way sometimes you fall down the middle?
Yeah.
So they could have just put them together in the first time.
Yeah, she was like, it can be a double. I was like, so then why didn't you do that? Anyway,
she was just really arsey.
She was a bit arsey and I nearly brained her. But yeah, that was bed runners and all those bits are no. That's a no thing.
Yeah.
I also don't really
well, go on.
I was going to say, like, when I'm sharing with my friends, like with Emer or Rebecca or anything like that, I also don't mind sharing a double with them. I don't think I ever.
Know. I
don't mind. Don't mind it. Like, I don't know when I would want a twin room.
Oh, like I'm going away with mum and it's a twin room.
Oh yeah, maybe with my mum. Yeah, fair. Okay. Right. Second thing we need to discuss is mini toiletries.
Blow them up.
So
and I know James Patrice is going to be very
I was just about to say,
James
loves them because he can throw them in the bag. But I think when they have mini toiletries, it means that they don't have like the good quality, like in shower, like
they never do
pump of Voya or whatever it might be in the showers.
Are you telling me I'm meant to scrub my body for 3 days with those minis?
How many mils are in them? Like fucking
15 mils, and they don't always replace them.
No, they don't always. So you're like using the absolute ends.
Yeah. Do you know
now,
what I mean?
most people travel with their own shampoo. Well,
Do
I
they
just
though?
realized
I
this.
don't.
Yeah. I just realized now, obviously, this was slightly different because it was an Airbnb. But when we went away for Rebecca's 40th.
Oh, yeah.
Both Emer and Darren had both brought body wash and shampoo.
Did they?
And I was like, I never think to bring that. Even in an Airbnb, I would have thought an L bottle of shampoo and body wash as like a standard.
Yeah, I would have thought standard.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Would now going forward bring Remy is now my go-to. Like I noticed
Paul,
the difference.
If you mention Remy one more time on this podcast,
but like I noticed the difference of using that shampoo versus what I'm currently using for after 3 days in my head.
See,
so I will bring it.
Amazing. Also, actually, good to note for those who actually maybe do own an Airbnb. My cousin in Galway has set up his own business that supplies those amenities and toiletries for Airbnbs.
Oh, wow.
So you buy like a pack of like 10 or 20 of them, and basically you he basically supplies you with like all the things that you'd usually need like from a hotel before your Airbnb. I think it's very clever.
So essentially, like if you don't live, say, in Galway and you're renting it out, you can get these packs delivered and then the cleaner can just set them up.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
So
very
like
good.
you can put in like there's like a dentistry kit, all the things you'd have in a hotel.
Yeah.
It's very clever.
Oh,
I think it's very good. But for Airbnbs, so yeah, there you go.
What have we got?
We have. I also just think that whatever's in those mini toiletries is always the worst product known to man. It's the cheapest shite you've ever come across.
Take your skin off.
It would. Check in at 3 p.m. It's
Are we very negative?
But is it my imagination? Right. First of all, blow it up. But is it my imagination? Was there not a time when your check-in was 12?
Always.
Was it though, or are we making that up in our mind?
No, it was.
But how did they do it when checkout is 12?
Because then it moved. I'd say checkout. I don't know. Maybe they weren't at
Maybe it
capacity the
wasn't.
whole
Maybe
time.
it wasn't 12. Maybe it was 1. But there was definitely.
It was definite. It was. Oh, I don't know. I remember it being 2, and now it's going to 3 and 4. And I'm like,
when someone said 4 o'clock to me the other day, I was like, "Are you actually well?"
But
and they want me out by 11, so I'm taking the space for a few hours,
but also
practically for a nap.
You have to be clever, right?
Yeah.
You are going to now see, this is where you need a business manager in the hotel, right? If you have a certain number of people, now again, I'm not talking about segregating people, but like if you know that Ireland flights go out at 10 a.m., wouldn't it make sense to put all the Irish people close to each other so that you can service those rooms first, because they'll be gone from, like, we were gone from our room by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so like they could service that room in less
those rooms and free them up.
Yeah.
Now I know that's a whole lot of strategy, but like if there's a group of Chinese or Americans,
but I do think they do that to a certain extent, because the woman was waiting outside our door to clean it when we were leaving.
I just think the supply cupboard was beside our room, and we were first on. And one thing I can tell you now, we were having a little afternoon dozy, and
they were ramming the things.
Rammed that Hoover everywhere. Like they're cleaning.
Well, I'm glad they were. They were cleaning thoroughly. I'm no shade in the game.
Hotel was lovely,
but blowing up the check-ins, and we need to like go back to whatever it used to be.
Yeah.
Fake bathroom doors. What's that?
The door into that bathroom was a pocket door.
I don't mind that.
Do you?
Yeah, what I did mind, which I am like surprised is not on this list, is our bathroom had a door of glass, as in like you could look from your room right into the bathroom. So like if Paul wanted, he could sit on the bed and watch me having a shower.
Who wouldn't want that now?
I do not want that. I do not want that.
I'm like, you pull up that blind.
I was like pulling. Paul was like, stop pulling down the blind. I was like, excuse me, I would like my privacy. Thank you. No, not for me. No, that's not for me.
I think the fake bathroom doors are a real problem. I don't like them.
Oh, the pocket doors.
Yeah, what pocket doors? Do you know the glass doors? Do you know the way that like? Yeah, I have a popper. Have a proper.
And the fact you're like have a proper door, but have a full glass wall so that people can see in.
I mean,
Paul,
each to their own.
No, not for me.
It's blow up for me anyway. Fake bathroom doors.
A la carte breakfast.
Yeah,
that's a glow up.
Oh, it's a
Was there an option for a la carte?
No, there wasn't. And people become fucking savages.
Yeah, I did enjoy that buffet though.
I did no shade against the buffet. The buffet was incredible. Like they had champagne on the buffet. It was the breakfast itself was lovely. I just see and I find people behave like animals when like you're queuing to get your sausages or your eggs or whatever, and then someone jumps in front of you and I'm going to deck you with this tongs.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very busy buffet. It was the Easter
very
weekend.
busy.
But like, I don't really get that upset about it. It's fine.
It triggered some things in me.
Okay.
But a la carte breakfast, glow it up. Serve it to me.
As long as it's quick service. The thing I like about a buffet is you can get up. Yeah, there might be a bit of bend up for like 5 minutes, but you have the food right there in front of you straight away.
But then we had no coffee for like 50 minutes.
The coffee was an issue. Was an issue.
They forgot.
They forgot us. Scented lobbies.
Glow
up. There was a lovely...
Give me the ambience.
Now, I think every hotel should have a signature fragrance. It's in
Yeah, they should.
What's that? Emily in Paris. They talk about like how a hotel like signifies itself by its fragrance and creates an ambience. I truly believe that. Every time we walked into that hotel, it had some like gorgeous smell being pumped out, and it made me feel lovely when we arrived in.
It always hits you like fresh,
and
it wasn't overpowering.
No, it wasn't
overpowering.
No.
Glow up scented lobbies, daily housekeeping.
I don't think we need it.
Oh, really? I love a daily housekeeping.
Do you think it's a bit excessive?
Like, make my bed.
Like, you make the bed anyway, and then you want them to come in and make it again.
I know.
I mean, it's lovely when your room is reset when you go back in. I love it, but I'm just like, is it excessive? Is it needed?
Yeah, like I think what they should do is they just come in, see, does you need replacement water, toilet roll, if you have replacement hand soap or anything like that. Do what Spain does. I think Spain does like every third day. If you're there for like a period of time,
yeah. I think that
every
makes
third,
sense.
or even if you wanted fresh towels, do you know? But I don't think
the only thing that I think
they're in cleaning. You don't need them in cleaning the room.
Yeah, I just think like once
you're
you
not
have
dirty in that room,
once you have
like,
fresh towels, I think you're good.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So I don't think we need daily housekeeping. Blowing it up. I mean, it's nice to have, but I don't think it's essential.
Yeah.
This one is really threw me off this week, actually. Us being away, I was like, I don't know if my husband's okay.
I know.
So explain.
So when Paul goes away, Paul likes to unpack.
I love how you're talking about yourself in the third person.
In the hotel. He does like to unpack. This, I don't know what happened.
Paul arrived.
I know what happened.
What?
We got drunk.
So basically, I actually thought there was something seriously wrong with Paul because we arrived at the hotel and for the whole week, Paul just lived out of the suitcase. And
which
therefore, did I, because I only do the things because Paul makes me do them, like unpack the case as soon as we get in the house. I'm like, it's like a gun to my head. I just got to do it. Yeah. Whereas Paul was like, I was like, he's not unpacking his suitcase, so I'm not going to unpack my suitcase. So I just worked through a pile of clothes.
Now, I couldn't do that if we were there for like 5 to 7 days.
I know, but I thought it was weird they even did it for the time they did.
I had packed very, like, again, it wasn't like you. You had 2 bags. I had literally 3 outfits.
But who didn't have the right shoes for hiking?
No, I brought my runners. They're just not a foamy
Who didn't have the right
yours.
shoes?
I didn't know I needed a running runner.
There you go.
So blowing up, living out of a suitcase, not for me. Didn't enjoy it. Now I
actually don't enjoy it. I just also equally don't enjoy unpacking or packing. Okay. So
fair.
You know, it's swings and roundabouts.
And the last one, room service.
We didn't get room service.
I know.
We do love a room service moment.
I love room service.
I love when it comes on that little trolley with the heater thing underneath.
They're like clang,
very
clang,
glam.
Clang, went the trolley.
Very glam.
Yeah. And we had a lovely balcony. We actually sat out in the balcony quite a bit.
Sat out in the balcony. There was also there's a balcony on the bar. It's just the most beautiful view.
It was so nice.
So gorgeous. So like glowing up a room service. And also we're into, when it's a longer period of time, like a day where you're just chilling in your room, having room service.
I love a day chilling in the room. It's really good.
But yeah, that is this week's hotel themed glow up or blow up. Okay, so it is time for our final section of the pod, which is what are you wearing? What are you watching? Am I wearing anything new?
Oh, the Clarins. How did that go?
So I did a full review of that product and didn't even realize that you can actually change on the dial how much serum you're actually using on your foundation. So I didn't realize you could customize how much serum is coming out with every pump.
And what is the benefit of a serum on your face?
Well, it's basically, this is what I was trying to say in the review. Like, is it just marketing? Because obviously every brand now has like skincare benefits to your foundation. So therefore, are they just like marketing it differently by visibly showing you the skincare component side by side? It's like a dual chamber foundation. But
does it give you enough serum for your face?
But that's why I was kind of wondering. I was like, if we dial up the serum amount, are you going to run out of this one part of it before the other, which would really piss me off. So I'm interested to see how it goes.
But like, and again, I'm not, and I think we had a conversation or I heard you talking about it. Like, you should have a serum for your skin,
so
and you should.
Sorry,
like,
so someone commented being like, I can't believe you're using a serum before putting on the serum foundation. It's supposed to replace your serum. No, it's not. It is absolutely not supposed to replace your serum because the product is mixing with your foundation, which means that you can't absorb
yes, sorry. Was
the
it you
serum.
having a conversation?
Yeah,
Maybe
because
we were
someone
chatting.
commented on my TikTok about it. And I was
okay.
like, no, babe, no matter how much skincare ingredients are in your foundation, you're still going to need your skincare underneath.
Yeah.
That has to go
That
penetrate
doesn't
your
get
skin.
replaced.
Does not get replaced, kids. Does not get replaced. But yeah, that age-wise, that's it. I'm doing a review this week on a NARS foundation, I think. Yeah.
I am not wearing anything new, but I will
Are
say
you wearing Remy in your hair?
shade. I am using Horology's Zen. Did I talk about this?
No, but I'm concerned.
So it is.
Is there nothing in it that you shouldn't be taking?
No, there's not.
Because they're hurt. Like, this is where I fall prey to the marketing. I really thought it's for women.
No. It like a vitamin is a vitamin. It's not masculine or feminine.
But like, is there nothing to do with like particular vitamins in there that are specifically for like female cycle, etc.?
Not unless you're going after.
Have you looked into this in detail?
No, like I can. Yeah, not unless you're going after like a pregnancy vitamin. But even at a pregnancy vitamin, they just up the strength of a folic acid or folate or whatever they need.
I actually take folate
in there
to protect my pregnancy.
Yeah, exactly. We need all these vitamins. The strengths just might be different. So anyway, I am taking Horology Zen, which is their magnesium supplement for sleep and muscles and all that. And it is like you said, I know I go to sleep quick, but I have gone out for so much so that I kind of woke up going, oh fuck, did I go sleep mid-conversation with you? And I think I did at one point.
You've done that plenty of times. So,
but it has magnesium biglycate, which is the best magnesium. So if you have tried a magnesium before and it's upset your tummy, it probably hasn't been the magnesium biglycate, which is the purest form of magnesium. Sulfate can affect the tummy a little bit more. And it just isn't as good, but this is delicious. And actually the best part, it tastes like a cordial. So it's really easy. It doesn't have any weird taste to it.
beautiful.
Horology Zen, if you're looking out for it, it's definitely a goer.
They keep selling out on all the shit there, don't they?
Yeah, they sell out of their kind of everyday vitamin. But again, I was talking to her at the pregnancy and baby fair. She said like they've kind of created this cult thing where like once somebody has started to take it and they see, like usually with vitamins and benefits, you don't see the benefits until about a month in. This was instant for me. After 4 or 5 days, I was sleeping much better, quicker, and through the whole night.
Look at you go.
Which is very rare for me.
Can I also just say, Paul has never had an issue with sleep. He sleeps like a fucking log.
Yeah, but I would wake up during the night and I haven't the last week apart from Sunday night. Monday night, Monday morning.
Well, I don't think there's anything else we're wearing, but I will say that we are watching something that has gripped us. And we're so late to the game. Everyone's going to be like, are you talking about, we've all watched this ages ago. But we have only one episode left of Love Story and we are obsessed.
Oh, it's amazing. When are we going to watch that? Maybe
tonight.
Okay.
I need to see. I have a few bits to do now, a bit of recording to do. Booked and busy, but we're going to try.
But it's been really, really
a lovely so beautiful
story.
Their really love is just so gorgeous.
And yeah, the pace. There was no episode that I felt like was a filler episode, which sometimes is a bit rare.
I think, I don't know how I'm going to feel about the final episode. I think lots of people know about who they are because of history, but I know about them just because of one reason, which is that Carol Radziwill of Real Housewives of New York was married to John F. Kennedy Jr.'s, but they were friends with Carolyn and John F. Kennedy. What's interesting is they don't show
Yeah, you were saying that.
Carol in this whole thing because her husband also dies. Anyway, tragic, but she was on Real Housewives of New York, and she gives very little away about it. She's actually very like private about the situation, really. She only gives context about it once or twice. And basically that's how I knew the story of them. But actually seeing the detail of the whole thing is just it's so moving.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'd love something else like that now to get us into. We haven't got another thing that we haven't finished Paradise, and we haven't finished.
I'm dreading watching the end of it.
I finished The Witcher, which is a bit old, which is very Lord of the Rings-esque if you're into that kind of thing. The only thing I'll say is this is season 4. Henry Cavill was The Witcher for season 1, 2 and 3, and then they've changed now to Liam Hemsworth, who's Thor's brother. And
the guy who plays Thor's brother.
And while it's a very good statuesque match in terms of they're both kind of tall built, they look good. It just feels really weird when they change a main character.
What if they done that in before? There was some. Didn't they do it in Coronation Street or a program at one stage where they just changed an actor?
Well, Dumbledore and Harry Potter, he died. And your man in Hunger Games died when they filmed halfway through it. I don't know. Yeah, and
there has been one or two like things where they've done this, so they've changed the actor out. Which, listen, sometimes you just got to do.
And I was a bit like. They've built it now going into season 5 as the final season, which is good, but nothing kind of massive happened. And then the other thing that I got really sad about today or yesterday was the Wheel of Time is not coming back.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was really good. So I'm going to have to go and read.
Only
3. I'm going to have to go and read the books because I really enjoyed the story.
But you read now.
And I've started a new one today, which is anyone who loved Stranger Things, you might like it. So it's by the Duffer Brothers who wrote that. It's called Something Bad is Going to Happen.
Is it a book? Sorry, what is it?
It's on Netflix. It's a series.
Oh.
You won't like it. It's kind of horror-esque. And yeah, I'm an episode and a half in, and it's weird. But not weird as in
Is this what you were watching last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not weird as in like... it doesn't make sense. Just like you feel weird watching it, if that makes sense.
Amazing. Well, that's all for this week. Next week we'll have an update. I don't know what's happening next week.
I don't know. Look, you're getting a podcast every Wednesday. Who knows what the fuck we're going to be talking about? But it's grand.
We are going to have some outstanding moments, and we have a bonus episode coming out this Friday where we are talking about...
We're celebrating a year doing the pod.
That's what we're going to be talking about, people. It's a year doing this podcast, and we are so grateful.
We're a bit late. It was February.
But we're very grateful to you guys for being part of this fabulous community where you get all the insights as to what's really going down in the world. But yes, we'll be celebrating and talking about some of our favorite moments of the podcast so far. So tune in this Friday. And until then, make sure that you subscribe, that you stay sexy, hit the bell so that you get a notification, and leave a little comment to let us know what you thought of this week's episode. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.